Hello everyone, welcome back to TrevDog Gaming here on YouTube. This is the game Scum, and we are in this Season 1, Test 1, and now in Episode 6. Well, as I promised, I went ahead and I gathered a whole bunch of resources during the rest of the day, and I filled out the majority of the base. So the little tiny cabin is now finished, however there's not a lot in it. So we have a fire outside the base over here, and we have one inside. I finished off one of the log sheds. There's a second one there. I'd like to be able to fill those with a proper vehicle. So I can't really do that very easily. It was enough hassle off camera. I think it was 21 logs it took to fill the little log cabin, and I know it's a heck of a lot more for the largest cabin, the two. It's probably, well, it's 2 levels high instead of 1, and it's probably twice the footprint of this little log cabin, so it's a reasonable size. The little well worked well. If I check on it now, it was a timing thing. It's now saying, if you see in the top left or bottom left there, 68% full, so it's gradually getting more and more water. Which is really handy. I think every time I drink from it, it drops at 4%, so yeah, it still works. In the big aircraft hangar over here off camera, I found this bike, a little cruiser. I'm not really going to use it. I will, but for another reason. I probably won't be cruising around in it. Jeez, there's puns everywhere today. Yes, I won't be cruising around in the cruiser, because I'm going to use it to try to get a decent vehicle from somewhere. So if I can find the police four-wheel drive or another SUV, I'll just drive this to it and just jump off and exchange, if you know what I mean. So the little ATV has been brilliant. It is now almost 100% health, plenty of fuel, and battery charge is full, which is fantastic. Just a little tip too, if you're building and you want to keep track of things at night, you can put down anything, a blueprint for a bonfire or something, but I sometimes just leave some of the large cupboards and that exposed on the outside like this. Because I've got a fire going in here, I can see properly, but if you don't have the fire going, it doesn't matter whether you've got night vision goggles or not. It's just, there's something weird going on. I think it's a bug. They need to definitely need to fix it. It's just really ridiculous. But you come into a cabin. In fact, I think I can do it in the tent. Look, see when I come outside, see how it takes a while for the the Scum developers done a great job in the game, but there's some things that are just weird. They're trying to be really, I guess, realistic, I suppose, is the best. And I can understand that, but it's just, it's not doing it now. Maybe it's the light from the fire, maybe. But you can come and go from here sometimes. Look, there you go. See how it's kind of gone really dark outside, and if you move outside, it's like, oh, hello. Will it do it? A bit further, maybe. There you go. And it brightens. It's just weird. It's really weird, and it doesn't help when you're playing the game. You can't see diddly squat because of that, whatever they've put in there. Anyway, that's my little rant. Sorry, people, but yeah, it's a bit frustrating. Anyway, okay, so today's episode, really want to, not so much this outside one, but these inside ones, really want to go through and build them, set them up, I guess. I do need a fair bit of timber, so I'll just go to the forest, grab some logs, and come back. Another thing too, there you go, I did manage to pick up, not 1, not 2, but I think 3 sets of NVGs, so I've got night vision goggle stuff happening, which is fantastic. I have got a few batteries, so this is the biggest issue, is that you don't really want to get stuck without, you run out all the electricity or the charge inside the NVG, and then you can't see diddly. So anyhow, I normally just turn them off as long as I can see what I'm doing, and we're pretty lucky too, because at the moment it's a really starry night. There's no cloud or anything, so it's actually quite bright outside. And if I look back towards the camp, see how I can see blueprints? So that's why it's handy. You can kind of see where you're going. Yes, and I forgot to put all this stuff back, didn't I, Trev? That normally goes somewhere else. Why am I... Oh no. Anyway, this is what I've been doing. So, at least with the hiking backpack, you can carry one in your backpack and one in your hands. So you've got to kind of do this little trip, you know, from the edge of the forest here back to your base. And that's why you want to build your base reasonably close to some trees. And they do respawn in eventually, which is all good. What I might do, there's a bit of a risk here, but anyway, we can cut them in here, but they tend to go all over the shop, so they don't just, it's another little bug as well, like you just want the timber to stay on the floor in close proximity to where you're cutting, not just throw them all over the place. So if you have a look, they kind of end up in places where they shouldn't be, but anyhow, so all 4 of them worked. And there are times that when you cut the planks from the logs, you'll find them just outside. I don't know how they can possibly think that's normal, but just put them in a pile right near your feet. I think that would be better. Anyhow, like I said, my little whinge. So I turned my NVG back on just to kind of come back to the forest here. See if I can find these logs on the ground here somewhere. There they are. And then you can just turn it off again. So I've been kind of, I guess, saving the charge on the NVG. Eventually you end up with a whole bunch of just little blue batteries and smartphone batteries. The smartphone batteries, they look small, but don't be deceived there. They actually do charge up the NVG quite well. So yeah, don't throw them out. Don't forget to pick them up. They are really important to being able to can I do it here? Yeah, probably. To being able to charge the NVG for you. If you want to go into bunkers at night, yeah, it's a must. You can't. It's very, very difficult to do it. Yeah, you're kind of just relying on, I guess, all the lighting that's inside the bunker, little kind of panel lights on the side of walls and whatnot. They just, yeah. No, you know, it's up to the individual, I guess. If you want to be scared the heck out of it and so on, then go for it. So lucky that didn't go right outside. Alright, so yeah, we'll go grab try not to sprint everywhere, otherwise you just waste your stamina. This is it here? Oh, there's 3 there. Come on, you know you can turn. There you go. So yeah, it's you know, just trying to fill out some of these decent sized cupboards. I'm pretty certain I'm correct. Please, you know, tell me in the comments field if there's anything that's different, but I have a feeling that you can only move the smaller chests, not the bigger chests. I need to have a break in a sec, because he's going to have a heart attack apparently. Okay, sit down then. His stamina went way under 33, so just let that catch back up again. The other thing I might do is to try to make a few of those improvised, what do they call them? Improvised working? What do they call them? This guy, improvised toolbox, sorry. Make a few of those. Because if we can do that, then we can use those instead of the white toolboxes that we find. I haven't found a red one yet, which is normally like 100, and you often get them in the drops. I have found some really good stuff inside the drops though, I must say. Where's the other one gone? Here we go. It's got to be outside here somewhere. There it is. Oh dear. Alright. Okay, what I might do is see if I can just drop this on the ground near this one. Oh, actually there's a log too, isn't there? Oh, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll cut that one as well. Actually wouldn't mind having quite a few of the improvised toolboxes, really. Saves using... I mean, I'd much prefer to have a bunch of the red ones, which, you know, eventually end game you kind of have. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, they're still there. Alright, so let's just see. Did I have any in here? So these are the little batteries that I'm talking about, and the extra spare NVGs. Oh, I do have scrap here, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need scrap, we need nails, we need bolts, and we need the timber. So we've kind of got the timber. Let's have a look up here. 6 screws, 4 bolts. That'll be enough. What are we making? 3, maybe? I think I've already done this one. You can see that 14/14 for the toolbox. Yeah, I've already done that one. So we'll come in here and make a few of those improvised toolboxes. Oh, I'm missing. I can just use the one out of here. You know, you can use a wrench or something. In this case, I'm just using a crowbar. Apparently, I need that to make the improvised toolbox. Okay. So let's see. If we can make 3 of these, that would be fantastic. Even if you were making these just to fill out the wardrobes, you know, the bigger cupboards, that's all good. Otherwise, you have to wait until you find all these toolboxes, and there's a fair few around. Don't get me wrong, but what am I missing here? The timber? I think it's because these guys, as far as the game is concerned, that's what frustrates me, is not in the local area or the local vicinity, so it doesn't count it as being something that you can use. But it should be. Okay. Let's do that one, do that one, do that one, and do that one. Okay. Maybe, let's come down the bottom here, just put a line of these guys together. That one's almost, actually hang on, can I fix something here? That may use one. I don't think I've got anything. Oh wow, my boots are at 53%. Oh my goodness, just as well I caught that. See, that's a good lesson to learn too. You can't let it go under 50%, because I've got the improvised sewing kit, which is what, 7 out of 15. If I fix, if I fix the shoes, it'll bring it from 53 back up to 100. It took out 3 of the 15. Like I had 7, now I've got 4, so it took 3. But you don't want to, unless you don't care and you just want them to disappear, you know, become really damaged or whatnot. That's 94, 97. I'd probably repair that, and the rest I can leave a little bit longer. Okay, what I should have done, don't stand on the fire, by the way, it does hurt. It's not one of those games where, yeah, you don't, it doesn't matter, because it actually does matter. Wonder if I can, yeah, I'll just use the spare log I've got on me to do that. I normally put the guy down there. Okay, so all these guys need scrap. Okay, I shouldn't, oops, I shouldn't, let's have a look. Scrap, 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 scrap. I've got some in that cupboard outside the door there, but just want to get rid of some of this stuff. 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty much take everything out of here. Actually, there's one thing too. There's actually nails in here. Might use some of the nails, you know, it's totally pointless trying to keep it for no reason, so I might as well use it. Let's see, the scrap metal's done. So we've done everything now but the nuts and bolts. So, in terms of this guy here, I really wish there was a take all the nails out rather than just do a few like this. It's quite frustrating. There's 4, so we've got 2, 1 more, and this cupboard will be done. There's 1 done. This has got 1 in it, so we need to take out 6. I mean, in real life, if you want to make the game realistic, would you do this? Would you just stand there and take out, oh, I've got an individual nail? It's just like, I don't think so. Oh dear. Okay, so this needs 7. So I might just take all these guys out, build the cupboard. Could almost put 2 into the one outside, actually. There you go. Okay. There's that cupboard done. Hang on, did it not see the nails? It mustn't have. Oh, there you go. Part of that one's done. Alright, so the little tiny one here, it had been named firewood, and you know, I had some stuff in here, so plank and some small logs and all the starter bits and pieces. I even have a spare axe head, you know, so that's all good. These ones here don't have anything yet, so in general I don't really go about labelling, not so much labelling, positioning, I guess you could say, all the big wardrobes and stuff until I get the advanced building. Has a heck of a lot more space, and you know, I just fill it full of cupboards and put everything in its place, and you know, it's pretty cool. Very time consuming, but kind of fun. I don't mind that kind of grind, as long as everything's organised and whatnot. But at least here, like even this chest out here, you could almost call this the drop-off chest, miscellaneous chest, you know. So I'm really just making a few more miscellaneous chests until I get the big building created, really. So yeah, so that's what it looks like at the moment. You can climb up the ladder and get on top if you wish. But yeah, so pretty happy with that. When I do get that the decent SUV, this thing, it just needs the 14 nails or bolts put in, and it will be ready. I just realised I probably need a drink. What we might do for the remainder of this episode, knowing that the building is finished and there's a few cupboards in there now, is really cool, really handy. See the slight bit of red tinge in the sky? It means morning's not far away. So we'll use a little bit of the NVG in some of these. I think, how about if we go over and try to go through one of these SS series of aircraft hangars? It doesn't take that long. I did, by the way, go over to the factory a couple of times and have a look around over there. The biggest concern... Oh, there is a plane in this hangar over here too, by the way. I've got to watch out for the beepers, the suicide guys. They're the ones that are my biggest threat. And don't run over them, or don't try to run over them like the normal zombies. If they blow up, they'll blow up your vehicle. So there's one there. I can't hear a beeper at the moment. There is quite often one around here though. I can see a skinny lady over here. As long as there's no beepers there, that's the biggest threat. Who's coming out of the bushes? It's normally my job to hide in the bush, not you. So I think you just got to be so careful doing that if there's a beeper around us. You'll regret it. Oh dear. There's probably a few others over that side, but okay, I'm pretty much convinced that we're safe now. Okay, I can't see anything. Okay. So what's it look like? Oh well. We'll run it for a little bit longer. Let's bring out... Oh, I did get this awesome weapon too. It is called an AWM. It does need a little bit of repairing. But oh my goodness, look at that. And look, that's at 4x. I can go right into 8 and further to 12. Unbelievable. Anyway. Inside of these areas, I normally just go with something like the silenced pistol. The catch is, once I'm in here, I don't really need the NVG on. You just have to watch the corners up there that there's not someone lying on the ground. White hiking boots. I'll take them. Now they've got a bit of extra space inside the cabin, it's all good. So, yeah, you know, you choose what you think you want to keep. A couple of the unusual magazines I'll normally keep. I've got enough of the M1911s. I think I've got one MP5, so a couple of them would be good. Don't mind the bayonet. I've got M9s. I tend not to... It's not PvP, so I'm not really worried about using smoke grenades or anything. I do occasionally keep a flare on me from now and again, but yeah. No. So up here, if there's ever a battery, that's like, man. Bits of paper. Oh, see? A battery. Absolutely awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, love that. You don't always get to grab them, but oh man, it's worth it. So, no, 338 bullets. I mean, you kind of just pick up a whole heap of stuff. This is where you have to come into these areas. I have pretty much found everything. Except the M82 gun, the actual gun itself, I haven't found. Probably don't need it now, the MBG. Actually, what's it sitting? Yeah, it's pretty much, hang on, if I have a look, if I just do a check on the actual NVG, 79.5, it's about to drop down once it gets into 75 probably. So if I turn it on, you can see it's got in the top right, in the top right hand corner there, under my wannabe 256 fame points, it's got 4 bars, so it's about to go to 3. Anyways, anyone hiding in here? There was a fair few guys outside. Yeah, I can't see. No. The coast is clear, basically. These guys, what? You can probably join a whole heap of these together. Is that the same? No, they're different. So that's 45, that's a 9mm. Yeah, join the ammo if you can. For those that are veterans at Scum, yeah, you know what I mean. You can join paper, there's a fair few things you can actually stack. Nails, bolts. All those sorts of things. M9, no. M9, I said no. Carbon Hunter magazine. I've already got a couple. Probably will try to remember to stop now. The other thing too is, I guess you could go to the traders, I suppose, and just sell some of the excess loot that you've got. So. If I continue with this series, I might end up doing that. Just keep a whole bunch of loot. There you go, shotgun shells you can join. Be careful not to double click on the clothes, because you'll end up wearing them. I mean, you know, unless you specifically want to wear it. if I did it now, it would swap out my extreme helmet. In fact, maybe I should. Actually, hang on. It's a bit less. Maybe I should. Actually, it looks a little bit better on me because I'm got the Desert Storm thing going at the moment. Yes, I will take that. I don't always take the clothes. Maybe I should, but actually maybe I should take that scrap. It's not like I've got an excess amount of scrap at the moment, so yeah. So let's see. That's in keeping with my outfit at the moment. I mean, I used to do this where I used to run around and make... Oh, that's not a bad... Yeah, don't mind that. Don't mind that knife. Yeah, I used to go around and have, like, chests set up that was specifically set up for that area, like a winter suit and a ghillie suit and the army suit and blah blah blah. Just checking, my gun, what's it have? If you go Shift R... Yeah, see, I've got 8 out of 13. Hang on. Let me just fix that. Take out the magazine. Reload the ammo. Wait for him to stop reloading. Hit number 4, brings the gun back. Hit R and it will reload the magazine into the gun. Okay, so if I go Shift R again, I should have 13 or 14. 14 out of 13, so I've got 13 in the mag, 1 in the gun chamber. Okay. Oh, we have somebody. Hello. Goodbye. There's another one down the end. Sounds like the big guy. Actually, it's not the big guy at all, but it'll do. Sometimes what I've been doing anyway is just kill them and loot them straight away. If you muck around... Really? No way. Had an old crappy SVD magazine on her. Sorry dude, but yeah. Chasing some loot, nothing exciting. Alright, so we'll do this hanger. That was the one. These are, aren't they? Actually, they look better. Put that back in there. So the ones that look good, the condition of the loot, the ones that you drag it to take the condition of the ones... Ooh, yes please. That's very handy. I will never turn down batteries. I've played Scum before where I've kind of had, I don't know, maybe about 50, 60, 70 batteries all lined up in a chest. Spare set of tactical gloves is not bad. Actually, what ones have I got on? Oh no, they look kind of desish, yeah. No, it's kind of fun. You more or less try to set yourself up so you look the part. You know, if you're in a... I don't know, camouflaged... Oh, look, a pineapple. A camouflaged kind of setup. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think that works pretty well. Alright. So, got just about everything out of here. Let's have a look. Oh, that's good. Oh, there's another drop. Oh, for crying out loud. Should I? Yeah, probably. Sorry people, this might end up being a slightly longer episode. Or I might do it off camera. Doesn't really matter. Alright. Because I'm going to have to leave here. Just let me grab these, because there's no one around. See if there's anything... Even though I'm not really using the lockpicks, I'm using the crowbar. I hate using the locking system. Some people are just absolutely fantastic at it. Absolutely awesome. They can unlock stuff in a few seconds kind of thing. Me? Nah, wouldn't have a clue. I mean, I'm okay at it, but, you know, it's just frustrating. when you're that bad in general at opening stuff. Ooh, ASVL stuff. Is that the same? I think that is. Can't really... Hang on, this is the same, isn't it? So that's 9. No, okay, that's full already. And not much of a brawler guy, so the knuckle busters, they just stay where they are. Okay, should we try to grab an aeroplane repair kit? Probably should, but I can't fit it in. I don't think. Actually, hang on a second. How about put the gun away, just carry it back to the ATV. I don't think there's enough space in there, but we'll soon find out. You know what, Trev? This is where you really need an SUV, dude. Oh, I might be able to. Oh, amazing. Alright, look at that. The actual environment in Scum, the size of the map, is just outstanding. I think it's almost pretty much the best game I've ever played in terms of that. There are some things mechanic-wise, though, in terms of food and whatnot, that just doesn't seem to work. And upgrading some of the skills, I think, could be made to run a bit better. Anyway, but in general, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. Maybe what I should do is make this one more closed, I think. Just throw all these guys in, put some shoes there. I have got an awful lot of ammo and stuff in here, so maybe I should just do a... Anyway, I might just speed this up for you guys. You have to sit here for 3 hours watching me do this. Alright everyone, I think I might end up just leaving the episode here. Trying to keep them closer to 30-minute episodes I think is better. So anyway, that's the start of Scum. Of a new day, I mean. And the little tiny cabin, looking pretty spiffy. I don't mind that. I mean, I've got a fair bit of storage space happening now, and I'll just probably make a little bit more off camera. And move a few little bits and pieces around, which will be good. And hopefully, fingers crossed, in the next episode, I'm hoping to go look for a proper SUV. I mean, I've been trying to get one up at this town up here, hoping that it will spawn in, or over here near these airplane, I don't know what you call it, workshop buildings. They occasionally do spawn in there, but no luck so far. So I might have to venture out into a few more towns to make that happen. Anyway, people, I'll leave it here. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope you've enjoyed the series so far. Starting again in Scum. This test, I think, is becoming more of a proper series now as I'm starting to progress. So, yeah, if you like the episode and you want to help the channel, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, as it helps the channel grow. Alright, everyone. Thanks so much. Cheers.